Speaking of comic books, the other big news this week was the introduction of the new Captain America.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I know you wanted to talk about that so bad.
I do. Cause
I haven't heard anything yet, so enlighten us.
Okay, for those that don't know, in a story arc called Civil War about a year ago.
Was it a year? Wow.
Yeah. It's been a year. Long story short, the superhero community was divided. Heroes and friends fought against each other.
It was a great story.
Oh,
great story.
There's a trade paperback for you. Because
Yeah.
you don't really even have to know that much about Marvel's history to be able to pick up that book. Because as long as you know who the heroes are.
And there's even some heroes that you don't know, but it doesn't matter because you know who they're with.
Yeah,
You know?
there's such a good story that you don't have. I mean, you know, most people who don't even read comic books know who Captain America is. They know who Iron Man is.
Oh, totally. Especially for the new Iron Man movie coming out.
Sweet.
But
super sweet. But yeah, Civil War definitely picked that one up. But
some stuff went down in Civil War, and it ended up being where Cap kind of took a bullet.
Yeah, the Captain America that we know, Steve Rogers, which was really, one thing about it was really cool because it got a lot of, his death in the comic book got a lot of real media publicity. It made the Colbert Report.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
No.
It made the Colbert Report. He came out and Stephen Colbert talked about the death of Captain America, and Joe Quesada, who's the Marvel-in-Chief of
Editor-in-Chief of Marvel.
Thank you. He's my proofreader. Editor-in-Chief of Marvel Comic Books was so impressed by how, and he took it seriously, like almost like he was
a real person.
Yeah, but he didn't mock it. You know what I mean? He didn't mock it or make fun of it. But Joe Quesada was so impressed by it that he sent him his own personal Captain America shield replica that was used to hang in his office.
Wow.
So if you ever watch the Colbert Report on Comedy Central and you see that Captain America shield, that is the actual Captain America shield from Marvel. But so for the past year in the Marvel Universe, Captain America has been dead. It's not, they found the body, they know it's him, it's not your clone thing, you know.
Which seems to happen quite a bit in comic books. And if you haven't noticed, which I hope you haven't, and I'm sad that I have, but it happens a lot in soap operas too.
Yeah, the clone thing. Yeah, clones are
There's
evil.
our Peanut tangent for the evening.
There you go.
I think Peanut's the one that told me.
I can see him doing that too, man. There's a lot of clones in As the World Turns.
You know,
it should be As the Clone Turns. I'm serious.
He's sitting there with his bonbons. That's what he's doing.
That's what he's doing right now.
He's ditching the show for bonbon soap.
He's catching up on his recorded As the World Turns.
I swear that. So, I don't know what happened. All I know is Cap died.
Cap died. It actually made like the actual news and newspaper. They've been hyping for the past few months replacement. That, you know, it wasn't just the idea that they needed another superhero, but they needed the symbol of Captain America because he, you know, embodies America. So they needed a symbol, and they needed a person to fill his boots. Well, not too many people, even heroes in comic books, can say they can do that.
Yeah.
But
especially now.
Yeah.
You know, they try to make the characters a lot darker to give them more edge, you know, but not Captain America.
No, he was a soldier, but he always stood for what was right.
Yeah.
Well, the past few months, there's been some controversy because they brought back his sidekick from the, what was it, like 40s?
40s.
From real time 1940s when the Cap first came out, called James Bucky Barnes. And a lot of people Bucky. Yeah, you can't make that name up now. No. But Bucky was his teenage sidekick, much like, you know, Batman had Robin and
I think
Batman had Robin.
He was like the photographer that was sent to chronicle Captain America's exploits in World War II.
Yeah, James Barnes was, but Bucky.
He kind of took on a. I mean, come on, you can't be around Captain America and not want to, you know,
kick the crowd's butt.
Put on some strange outfit. And, cry out crazy stuff in the middle of the night.
But in the book, Bucky dies. Bucky died, you know, trying to disarm a bomb, and that's where the whole thing with Captain America being frozen in ice and found, you know, in our times took place. There used to, me and Rich were talking about this earlier, for a long time, there used to be a saying in comic books where nobody stays dead but Bucky and Uncle Ben.
Yeah.
It really was. Even if you didn't know who you were talking, everybody knew who Uncle Ben in Spider-Man was, but Bucky, not everybody got it, but it was a pretty common saying, nobody, he was like, hey, did you read the new book? Superman's dead.
Or how many times, they only killed Robin once, but I mean, how many Robins have there been?
Yeah.
And Superman's died already and come back.
Yeah, and the old joke was nobody stays dead but Uncle Ben and Bucky. Well, Bucky came back. He came back through suspended animation. The Soviets found his ice body and programmed him to be their Russian super soldier. Well, he broke free, and with help from Tony Stark, Iron Man became the Winter Soldier, and
the Winter Soldier.
The Winter Soldier. When he worked for the Russians, his code name was the Winter Soldier because.
Okay, as a code name, it sounds really cool.
Yeah, the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
It
sounds like a movie or something.
Coming this fall, the Winter Soldier.
Val Kilmer.
But they brought
the Iceman. Come on. Nothing. Fine. Let's go.
Can it, Goose? But yeah, they brought Bucky back, and it was really no surprise to anybody because you can't have Captain America be dead and all of a sudden Bucky's back. He's a little older now. But yeah, last week, if you haven't heard yet, cover your ears, click minimize or whatever you kid do on your computers or whatever, your iPods for your iCast or whatever. But Bucky officially took the role of Captain America last week.
Oh, nice.
And I like it because there was really nobody I could see else doing it.
Yeah, well,
the man was trained by Captain America, for God's sake,
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah, if something happened to Batman, you'd want to see Robin step up, and
oh, definitely.
It's kind of like the same, but not too many people could have pulled it off. But Ed Brubaker, who's currently writing the show, the series,
the show.
The show.
Oh, and it's a hell of a show.
It's a good shoe. Really big shoe.
I call it issues sometimes. Episodes. It happens.
But I really don't think, for me, nobody else but Ed Brubaker could have really pulled it off, and he does it really well. If you get a chance to, I believe the first printing that came out last week has already sold out. That's how big it was. But they announced today that there's going to be a second printing, and it's like a director's cut that's going to have sketches and stuff like that. But yeah, that should be out next week. So check that one out. I really recommend. There's another good starting point, is the new Captain America, because you're going to be able to pick it up and take off from where we are. New story, new line, new hero. There you go.
Yeah. Same old classic feel, though.
Yeah, he's living up to his to Captain America's expectations. Everything he does his own way, maybe a little grittier, maybe a little darker, but still with the image of Captain America at heart. He's doing it, for him, and living up to his honor and his memory.
Well, maybe the news saying it's going to be the only thing that stays dead in the comic universe is Uncle Ben and Steve Rogers.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah.
I really thought they had really killed off Bucky, shot him to death and stuff.
No, it was that whole thing where
he got lost.
No, there was a missile being launched from Hitler launches the Red Skull working for Hitler. That's how, remember, 1940s people. Launching a missile towards Washington, D.C. Bucky jumps on to try to disarm it. Cap goes after him, and bombs get ready to blow, so Cap throws Bucky off. No, Cap falls off. Cap falls off the missile. He believes Bucky's still on the missile trying to disarm it. Missile blows up. Cap takes a header. He pulls a Greg Louganis into the water, and he's out. And everyone just assumed. And if you think about it, it kind of makes sense because everyone just assumed that Bucky got blown to smithereens.
Yeah, it seemed very likely, but
he's back, and he's doing a really good job as the new Captain America.
Definitely should check that out.